I have over a decade experience of helping other people open hyperbaric clinics or incorporate hyperbaric therapy into their existing clinic setting. I know what works and what doesn't work. So in this video, I'd like to share with you my 5 essential tips that I would definitely follow if I were to open a hyperbaric clinic in 2025. And these are not generic tips on how to open a business. These are very specific advice to hyperbaric industry and to hyperbaric clinic to ensure that clients get results and the clinic is run smoothly and is profitable and a successful business. So let's dive in. First and foremost, we'll need to decide on hyperbaric equipment, on which hyperbaric chamber we will use in our clinic. In order to answer that question, we need to ask ourselves the subsequent question: who is our clientele? Because our clientele will determine what kind of hyperbaric chamber we will need. Let me give you an example. If you're planning on treating people with diabetic wounds, carbon monoxide poisoning, or radiation injuries, you're looking into a hard shell chamber that goes to 2 atmospheres and higher. However, if you plan to focus on wellness, chronic disease recovery, athletic performance, you might be absolutely fine with a soft shell chamber that goes to 1.3, 1.4, or 1.5 atmospheres absolute. It's a more economical option and it will allow you to test waters and see how things are going. Eventually, most of my students in my HBOT certification course, even if they start with a soft shell chamber, eventually most of them move into hard shell chamber environment because there are definitely more options with a chamber like that, but it is also more expensive. Secondly, we need to learn how to put together effective and safe hyperbaric protocols. I have a great video on how to use a protocol constructor to design an effective and safe HBOT protocol. Please watch it. If you haven't done so, it's on my YouTube channel. Those protocols will ensure 2 things. First, results for our clients, and secondly, creating a safe space, which is absolutely essential. Knowing indications, but also contraindications. Knowing what kind of side effects hyperbaric therapy has and how to avoid them. All of that information I teach in my HBOT certification course and also during my mentorship sessions. Next, we need to master the language of HBOT. And I think even though it's on 3rd place, it is very important. HBOT language is how we communicate with our clients. You can have the best equipment out there and you might know very well how to put together a safe and effective hyperbaric protocol. But if you cannot convey the benefits of hyperbaric therapy to your clients, if you cannot answer their questions so they feel confident that hyperbaric therapy will help them achieve their health goals, all of that will not bring you very much result. In order to explain it to our clients, we really need to internalize this information ourselves. My students always say that by the end of the course, they feel confident talking to their patients. And I'll give you an example. As a hyperbaric clinic, you will receive many phone calls from people asking you one question. I have such and such condition. Will a hyperbaric chamber that you have at your facility help me? And we need to know very well how to answer those questions. Our 4th tip is how to assess progress. When people understand why they do certain therapy and all the pros and cons, that ensures compliance. Hyperbaric therapy is not a 1-session therapy. It's very important that anybody who does hyperbaric goes through multiple sessions. Therefore, we need compliance. People need to keep coming to the clinic and keep doing those treatments to get results. Therefore, we need to explain to them that part as well. And then we need to help our clients assess their progress. I teach all the assessment questionnaires, how to do it properly, how to explain when there's no progress according to the client's point of view, and how to look at it from different perspectives. Because again, first of all, it allows our client to see whether or not they're progressing. It allows us to adjust a hyperbaric protocol. And it just keeps everybody in the know and gives our clients a sense of control over their treatments, which I think is also very important. And our tip number 5 is surround yourself with like-minded practitioners. Even though hyperbaric therapy is gaining its popularity, it's gaining its momentum, more and more people are interested. I know for a fact that hyperbaric clinics are receiving a lot of phone calls on a daily basis of clients asking about hyperbaric therapy and willing to give it a try. Still, hyperbaric practitioners feel isolated. And I did feel isolated myself when I started this journey 14 years ago. I felt that I was alone doing it. There was a lack of information, so I had to learn all these things. But one thing that I needed the most and that I really craved is professional conversations with people who are on the same journey of offering hyperbaric therapy to their clients. And this is what our community offers. I'm still in touch with most of my clients and all of my students, and we discuss their cases, and we feel like we're in this together, especially when I'm teaching a 4-day certification course and you're immersed in that community for 4 days, sharing ideas, also discussing different cases. This is very important. Having somebody else have a different look, a different point of view on the particular client that you might have, in my opinion, is very important. I also offer questions and answers a month after people complete the HBOT certification course, so we can actually go over these cases, over the questions, so you and me and everybody else in this community, so we feel connected and we don't feel alone. If you're interested in incorporating hyperbaric therapy into your current practice, or maybe you're thinking about opening a dedicated hyperbaric clinic, I think starting with education is key. I will leave information in the description about the next HBOT in-person course that I offer, and I will be absolutely delighted to see all of you in Madrid learning about hyperbaric therapy.